Good morning. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another edition of the Morning Breeze, man. Always rocking with you guys, as always, man. Outside of me, I got my guy, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, in the building.
That's right.
Are we here?
Big Bet Ons, baby.
The best show for Chicago.
And it's a playoff Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
The Chicago Bears have meaningful football to play for. JC, we're not interviewing coaches.
Nah.
We're not evaluating draft picks.
Nah.
We're not sitting here talking about who's going to be top 5. Do we trade up? Do we trade down? We're talking about how we got to go kick the Packers' butts on Saturday. That's right. I need bear downs in the chat.
FGB.
I need FGBs in the chat. FGBs all day, every day in the chat, but especially this week. A lot to get into on today's episode, man. I'm still fired up. We got Kyler Gordon and C.J. Gardner-Johnson injury updates. Kyler may be good. C.J., hey, you saw how he was walking off the field. You kind of knew what it was going to be with that. And then Ben Johnson turning the page quickly, but not letting off of the fire. Got to hear from him in the press conference. Thought we heard a lot of good things. And of course, got to talk about some of these young dogs, these young impactful rookies. And who do we think is going to be most important heading into the playoffs? All that and more in today's episode of The Morning Breeze. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Good morning, Chicago.
Yes, sir.
We got a lot to get into, man. Like I said, hit that like button, man. Sue Young, can you do us the honors here?
Come on. Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
You heard what she said.
Y'all heard what Sue Young said. Hit that like button, man. Hit that thumbs up. It's not the heart in the chat. It's the thumbs up button. I know you. I see you. Y'all jump in here. Y'all just want to hear the good word. But you don't want to like the good word.
What is this, a sermon?
Yeah, you got dang right it is.
Everybody's saying you look like you're a church guy when you suit up anyway.
Bro, somebody said you look like a shiesty deacon from Alabama. I was like,
I need everybody to put their money in the bowl when we pass it around.
we gonna pass it around twice. We gonna make sure we pass it around twice. JC, what's going on, buddy? How you feeling this morning, man?
What's going on, man? Hey, man, Saturday cannot get here fast enough. I am excited. I'm pumped. I am ready for Bears dub this playoff weekend, man. The vibes are right, man. I'm excited, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see also, kind of where the injury report stands. Still waiting to hear on a couple of guys here. Kyler Gordon, we got a little bit of an update on him from Ben Johnson. Waiting to hear on Rome Odunze. C.J. G.J. kind of feels like it's going to be a tough situation heading into this game. So Kyler now becomes incredibly important going into this game. But let's start off with the Kyler Gordon aspect of it. Got to hear from Ben Johnson yesterday on what the expectation was on Kyler Gordon. Were they planning on bringing him back to practice this week? He said that is the plan at this point, and we'll see how that plays out. This could be massive going into this game, and I think for a couple of reasons. Number one, unfortunately, you're probably not going to have C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who he said concussion protocols a week. You're without him. You saw him on the sideline. I mean, I haven't seen a player that concussed since Jalen Smith in the Bulls game the other day, which I don't even know how he got that concussed. He ended up hitting LaMelo's teeth. I mean, that is kind of how that would happen, though. I mean, listen, bro.
Jesus. What kind of teeth LaMelo got?
Apple hate to see LaMelo coming. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm just saying, bro. Like, that boy got some choppers on him. I think he already got veneers, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think he already got some veneers in. But
Buddy Hield, boy. Okay, all right.
Nah, he ain't as bad as Buddy Hield. No, Buddy Hield looked like a Japanese yokai. He looks like a demon. You gotta watch him. Like, He'll bite your soul up out of you. That's a
Oh
whole
my
different thing.
God.
But it
Crazy.
does seem like Kyler Gordon is going to be immensely important heading into this game, especially because we just saw how a team can attack the slot, even when C.J.
Yeah.
Gardner-Johnson's out there. He's just not a cover corner. You hate to see him utilized in that manner because he doesn't have the ability to be that level of player versus top competition. And we know the Packers are going to try to evaluate that. What are your expectations on what Kyler Gordon could bring back to the Bears defense if he was finally able to get back onto the field?
Look, I'll be honest. This is a year to forget it for Kyler Gordon. I mean, the man was injured before the season in training camp. The first 4 games of the season, he was on IR due to a hamstring injury, and then he's only managed to play only 3 games. And so, if you could get any semblance of what you expected from Kyler after paying him, that would be really, really nice. I mean, Kyler is a type of cornerback that likes to get his in the thick of it all. He's a very, very good, willing tackler. He loves coming in on blitz packages, getting after the quarterback. That's kind of what he's been known for. The coverage part of it with the secondary, or rather with him kind of covering slot receivers, I feel like he's a little bit more of an upgrade over C.J. even though C.J. has held his own.
He a lot of bit more of an upgrade in coverage.
Yeah. But I mean, CJ has held his own since he's been here. He's done more than I expected, and that's all you can ask for from a middle of the season pickup. And so for me, I do agree that Kyler Gordon will be that upgrade. I just hope that, again, we can stay healthy. This is the most important, obviously, time of the season going into playoff football. You got to get your dogs on the field, and hopefully he will be that dog come Saturday. Hopefully he will be ready and geared to go, and there's no issues. There's no setbacks.
It is interesting because, like, to me, and I'm just sharing the video up in all the places, it got to get shared, so that's why I'm not looking at the camera here. Give me a sec, and here we go. But no, it is interesting to me that, like, when you talk about Kyler Gordon, there's almost, because you paid him, because he's somebody who does mean a lot to your future of this team, right? Like, you almost had to have this conversation like, okay, well, is it worth it to force Kyler back early? Is it worth it to try and get him back on the field too soon? Haven't we seen this and gone down this path before? The one thing about Kyler that I do know, he wants to be out there. He wants to be playing. He wants to be a part of this process, and he loves how DA can use him. And I think that's the thing for me with this season, where you want to talk about when DA's defense kind of started to lose some of its teeth. It's when you lost a guy like Kyler Gordon. You added C.J., but then you had to start dropping C.J. into coverage because you couldn't play both of them at the same time. One of the best games I thought that we were able to see was when you did have Brisker, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Kyler Gordon, Jalen Johnson all on the field together, because you had those coverage guys, but you also had guys that could get to the quarterback. And so I think it adds a little bit more fire to this Bears defense. It adds a little bit more teeth to this Bears defense, and it's something that you're going to need, especially going up against the Packers, because realistically speaking, I think outside of half of that first game, I don't know if he even finished that first Packer game. Kyler Gordon is kind of the one wrinkle that you haven't been able to throw at anybody this season, like you said, because of his injury concerns. So hopefully that's one that is able to get back on track pretty quickly. I think, if we're being honest, like, that's the kind of help that you can get defensively. You're not getting another pass rusher. The pass rush is not going to improve. Your coverage is not going to get leaps and bounds better as you go through this playoffs. But if you can add a spark like that, like CJ was when you signed him, I do think that it could spark this defense to kind of getting back on track. And you only need a little bit of a spark to get the turnover numbers back in the right direction.
Yeah, Kyler Gordon is extremely talented. If you said that, you're getting, a little bit more of a plus in the cornerback department by replacing, a valid player that is going down, and obviously concussion protocol, that's something important that we've seen a lot of Bears players deal with, and you need time to come back. You don't want to rush that back. So I believe that getting Kyler Gordon as that step up in a sense and talent, to get back on the field, that's going to do wonders come this Saturday. When you're talking about the type of, possible game plan that Green Bay is going to be throwing at you, like the one last time, you're dealing with all those issues with the crosser routes and, trying to switch defenders in the middle of the field. Like, I think Kyler is the type of player that can succeed in that role. And like you said, getting pressure on the quarterback, when you have those dogs out there like him and Jaquan, and they're reliable enough to get to the quarterback while also being good in coverage, that's exactly what we need going into this playoffs. We talked about the defense being what it is, very good in takeaways, but all the other metrics they're kind of poor. And so, you can only get what you can get with this team. There's nobody else coming through that door. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else is coming through that door, like you always say. So
Peanut
Kyler
Tillman's
Gordon,
not coming through that door.
no,
no, Prince
nobody else
Amukamara is not coming through that door.
Not at all, bro.
Kyle Fuller's not coming through that door.
I don't think I want Kyle Fuller back.
Okay.
No. But KG is hopefully he's good to go.
That's one of the greatest interviews of all time, bro. Just going back to like every old Boston Celtic of all time. Larry Bird ain't walking through that door. Robert Parrish ain't walking through that door. Where are you from?
That's hilarious.
What accent is this, bro? Listen, it would be great to have all of these pieces where, like you said, that you can count on week in, week out and say, this is going to be who this guy is. At this point, the one thing I will say, and maybe this, is a bright spot for the Chicago Bears here a little bit, was it felt like, if you felt like we were getting force-fed Jalen Johnson in some of these bad coverage situations, you're right. Because Ben Johnson was talking about that at the podium today, and he was kind of speaking on, why didn't we see more Tyreek Stevenson? Like, listen, I'm not, JC hates Tyreek Stevenson. I'm not all in on Tyreek at this point, but it got to a point where it got weird defensively. It was like Jalen cannot stay with this team. And what Ben Johnson had to say on it, he said, listen, we felt good about where Shawnee and where Jalen Johnson were. And we wanted those two guys to take the bulk of the snaps. That sounds like, hey, we're trying to ramp y'all up here for what's going to come. It's going to have to be you two. You are our two best corners, whether it looks like it or not. You have to get going ready for the playoffs here. You're the two best that we can throw at a defense. And Jalen, wake up. Like a lot. Now, again, I keep saying this, without pass rush, there's not a lot you can do. I'm not expecting these dudes to go out there and be Deion Sanders and Darrelle Revis. But to get beat as quickly as Jalen was very, very eye-opening and a little bit concerning as you head into the playoffs. And so to me, I felt like it was like, hey, we're going to, as Ben Johnson did early in the season, feed you with a fire hose so that hopefully it's a garden hose by the time you get to the point where you're playing this Packers team in the playoffs. And the one thing that does work as an advantage is Jalen knows everything about Christian Watson and going up against Bo Melton and going up against, he's done it a ton in his career. And so, don't get cooked by him, but that is a matchup that he knows really well. Hey, listen, at the same time, though, to that same point, he knows the Lions really well, too. He was getting cooked on that by, what'd you call him? What was you calling him yesterday? By James
on Williams, baby.
just inventing names for these guys out here.
James on, no, I give grace to Jalen a little bit. I understand he's been back for a few weeks now, and he's got a ramp up period, and seemingly he's been good to go. It still seems like, man, he probably he's been ahead of schedule. We already knew the hip abductors was going to be a thing that could have taken him into the playoff picture where he was only going to come back if we were a playoff team. And now you're seeing, what he's played the last 3 or 4 games. And so for me, I feel like that's still ahead of schedule for Jalen. Like, he probably should have not been out there as early as he's been out there playing, because he cannot do some of the things that you're seeing him used to do. Like keep up with some of the speedier receivers or keep or following the best receiver from sideline to sideline. Like that's the thing. And like, his matchup is usually the best guy on the team. So for me, I give him a little bit of grace. But one of the things that I believe I remember in the locker room interview right after the Lions loss, he mentioned one of the things they have to improve on, no matter what cornerbacks are out there, the middle of the field is the soft area for them.
Oh, yeah.
They said that the middle of the field is where we get killed, we get gashed, whether it's a 5-yard or a 10-yard pass. There always seems to be some sort of hole right there in the middle of that offense. And that's where you have to tighten up on your discipline and knowing exactly where you want to be. to either take the ball away or to deflect or whatever the case may be. Like if Nashawn and Jalen are the guys going forward and Ben Johnson is putting his complicit trust in those two guys, we need to see better play in the middle of the field, in my opinion. I think that's going to be a huge indication of whether or not this defense will improve going forward in the playoffs.
Might be a huge indication of if you're able to move through the playoffs. I do think that the Bears have a ton of advantages going into this game. I think that the Bears are the better football team, mostly because of health. Going into this game. The one thing I continue to keep my eye on, right? How well are you? How well prepared are you? And how ready are you for the moment? We don't have anybody really that's played in the playoff. We got Grady Jarrett, we got Joe Tooney. Those are two great names to have on your team.
The guy that went down
that have played in the playoffs, right? Like those are two great names. But impact-wise, your big name players, you don't have a ton of players. So I love that Ben Johnson is saying, listen, we got to turn the page quickly on this. Like, we don't have time to sit. We're going to watch the film. We're going to look at it. But we don't have time to sit here and be like, oh, what are we going to do versus Detroit? No, we got to turn around and immediately get into what we're going to do versus a Packer team that knows us really well, that we know really well. How are we going to be able to attack them? And again, I look, you could see, I don't know if you watched the press conference again, but watched the press conference from yesterday, but I mean, he's still mad.
The way Ben Johnson looked,
he's still mad. And so coming in there today, just on how he felt the offense performed and preparing them for this postseason, he's kind of like lighting a fire on them, like not under them, on them, like just what did you tap into Stranger Things?
You already know. I'm
just
done
a Molotov cocktail straight to the face of the mind flayer, and is what's happening in here. Like, just like take this with you. Like it truly is. He's trying to build this urgency in them of like, look, it's been all year. This is who we are, unfortunately, at this point. And we all expect it. By the time this game gets to the last 2 minutes, it's going to be a 21-24 game, and the Bears are going to have the ball driving down the field, and it's going to be, can Caleb Williams be Superman one more time, or the Iceman, as they say, or do the Packers get the best of you? We've seen one of both this season.
Yeah.
But that's a very difficult way for you to live in the NFL. And so it is one of those things where football reasons wise, you have the advantages. You have a better wide receiver than they can cover with. You have a better tight end than they can cover with.
Absolutely.
Your run game is better than they should be able to cover. Like, I can give you and list you the football reasons why the Bears have all the advantages in this game. That hasn't mattered because I could have done the same thing for you versus Detroit. I could have done the same thing for you just about every single week of the season where it's like, hey, this is the advantage you have. And we did. We listed these advantages. And then we get into the game and we be sweating on our backsides because it comes down to one play versus the Oakland Raiders or Vegas Raiders, whatever. I don't know, whichever Raider. Give us Max Crosby. So this is the kind of game where it's going to come down to truly, and I love that Ben is lighting this fire early in the week. You have to be on every bit of your P's and Q's. I don't know if you saw this. He said 6 of the first 11 snaps, 6 of them the Bears had mental miscues.
Mental errors, yep.
The last time we had an issue like that, I don't know what happened at practice, but we really never had pre-snap penalties again.
It got corrected. Somebody got blackmailed, or there were some pictures.
There were bars of soap in in some pillowcases, bro.
I think Ben Johnson might have invited Diddy up there for a second. I don't know.
Wow. Hold on, dog. No. We're not doing that.
No, just a dance.
No, bro. No, we're not doing that. That's how he gets them. He hires a Diddy lookalike to just stand over the purview.
Hey, y'all better get together.
You jump off sides, you know what it is.
That's what I got.
Don't drink the Gatorade.
You ain't getting paid this contract.
Take that.
My thing is that I do believe that they will be laser focused. The last time we lost 2 games, you saw what happened. We went
Big
on a
different teams,
game
though.
win streak. We won
Very
on a
different
5-game win
teams.
streak. I understand, but I feel like it's the whole point of it is that you lock back in. Like, you had 2 close losses. You were in the games, obviously. It's not like you got obliterated, but this past one was very weird. Like you mentioned, I don't know if they had installed a preseason, system or game or whatever the case may be, but it didn't seem like the same old Bears. And so for me, I think you do now know, hey, it's put up or shut up time. And so all of these guys, whether it's Kyler Gordon, whether it's Jaquan, whether it's Jalen Johnson, everybody has to be on their P's and Q's come Saturday so that we can continue this glorious ride, this great season that we've been talking about for the Chicago Bears.
It's so funny because I'm like, does the path break right? Because I do think the Bears beat the Packers. Like, I think the Bears are a better football team. I think the Packers are banged up. We'll see what ends up happening in the game. Sometimes that don't matter. Clearly, we've seen through 2 games, Packers being banged up has not mattered. But I think that they figured some things out here. And there's this part of me that's like, I don't think it's gonna happen, but Carolina did beat the Rams in the season and like forced Matthew Stafford into multiple interceptions.
There is that,
now, because of that, and you saw my message the other day, I think the Rams are about to do some unholy things down in the Bible Belt.
That cracked me up.
I think they're gonna need that Steelers priest to bless
Lord
the
have
end
mercy.
zones
Please
after
bless us.
what
Please.
Matthew Stafford is about to do to this team. But it's like, what if there is this random moment where the Carolina Panthers actually find a way to beat the Rams?
Boy,
and now you're in this world where it's like, yo, do we gotta
playoffs
if we beat the Packers, do we get Carolina? Like, hold up here. Like, it's just the playoffs are a different beast. You never know what's going to happen. You never know how it's going to break. And I think it's why, like, you see Ben Johnson, like, with the urgency, how he's talking to the team, and hit the like button if you agree. Like, bro, I haven't seen a coach address the team in the media this way since, well, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've never seen a coach address the media in this way.
In my lifetime, no.
I had to think about it. I was gonna say since Mike Ditka. I wasn't born for any of that.
I wasn't around for Mike Ditka. Wasn't around for that era.
I've never seen a coach address the team in the media this way. And he's not like throwing guys under the bus, but you can tell he's like, listen, they didn't do their job. Like, I messed up on some stuff too, but they didn't do their job.
You know what I liked about what he said? And you just reminded me. He mentioned something very, very pivotal, because it's like sometimes when you deal with a parent and a child, sometimes the child thinks that the parent is their best friend or their buddy. No, your parent is there to correct you. And I think Ben Johnson said as much. As the head coach, I'm not here to be your friend.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. I'm here to tell you what's what when you need to hear it. And so if we need to recalibrate, we need to kind of get our mind back focused and disciplined, then I should be able to do that. I'm not trying to make a locker room full of, hey, what's going on, Crasher and Thrasher and Dasher and
just Christmas reindeer.
We're not riding Eberflus's sleigh into losses. No, this is.
They could have been. I mean, we were usually out of the playoffs by Christmas. So.
Yeah, it's sick of that, man. It's like this is a whole different mentality, and so Ben Johnson knows. Hey, and he started that culture, that mentality from the very beginning when he walked into the building and told everybody that works in the building, this is going to be a different animal. And so we're not here to play. We're not here to be buddy. Yes, that's great. Good, better, best, and everybody's celebrating. You're taking the shirt off after celebrations in the locker room. But before that, when it's game time, you're all serious. You're making sure that you get the job done. And so I love that.
Now let's see. Listen, the big thing for me that now we're going to get an opportunity to see. What is Caleb Williams like when the light is the brightest?
Yeah,
we've seen him when the lights are bright. Right now, there's no brighter light. You're in the playoffs. What quarterback do you get? Because we've seen Caleb in big moments, in big games, without great teams be competitive. We haven't really seen him win. He wasn't a national championship guy. I think he won state in high school, right? But like, a lot of great quarterbacks win state in high school. But like, to me, like, okay, what are you like in these moments? Does it become the 2 minutes that we see at the end of the game, or the 5 minutes that we see at the end of the game, or the fourth quarter, or whatever it is? Like, does it become this laser focused, locked in quarterback that, I mean, we've seen guys who have been elite at the. Eli Manning wins 2 Super Bowls off of that. Joe Flacco becomes, playoff Flacco was a freak of nature. Like, it got to the point where it was like, you need to not want to play Joe Flacco in the playoffs. Like, you can play Joe Flacco any other time. When the playoffs start, you need to make sure that you're out of his way.
Yeah.
Like, he was balling, bro. Like, who else has been like that? I mean, Deshaun Watson was a dog, but he was a dog during the season too.
Deshaun Watson.
Shoot, I give you why am I thinking? Because we got C.J. Gardner-Johnson, C.J. Stroud last year, or his rookie year in the playoffs. It was like, whoa, hold on, Rook.
Jaden Daniels got him all the way to the
Jaden
NFC.
Daniels is a good one. Jaden Daniels was cooking all year too, but like Jaden Daniels was balling in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So like, does he have that gene where he locks in and he becomes a monster on the other side? You know what I mean? Like that's the part I'm most excited to see from this team. So hopefully we'll continue to see that. We're going to take a quick break, listen to a word from our sponsors. If you haven't done so, make sure that you hit the thumbs up on the video, man. Let's see how many of y'all haven't done so. We're doing a little bit better today.
A little bit more on the thumbs up.
Yeah, we're doing a little bit better. Not great. 192
when
in the building.
video is done, everybody kind of gets the
52 likes, usually because I give them a thrashing.
Come on, guys.
But we are over 100 in the chat. Over 200 in the chat. 200. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us, as always, on a Tuesday morning, man. We're going to take a quick break, listening to a word from our sponsors. When we come back, I want to talk about this rookie class. You got some young guys that have to make a major impact on this team going into this game. Who has to make the biggest impact? We'll talk about that coming up next. But first, got to listen to a word from our sponsors over at Aura.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching the show. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Aura. Have you ever done a Google search on your own name? You'd be surprised what pops up. Your full name, email address, home address, health records, your relatives. It's all out there. And that's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests just for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use that information to help them access my social media, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. It's really simple to set up. I don't have to download several apps or go to things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft, but you can get all of that in one place with Aura. I get everything at one affordable price as well. You may already have one or two of these tools, but not having Aura is like leaving the front door locked while leaving the back door and windows wide open. For you to be able to take advantage of Aura, we got a special deal for you here today. Stop data brokers from exposing your personal information. Go to my sponsor at https:/aura.com/the Windy City. Again, that is aura.com/the Windy City to get a 14-day free trial and see how much of your information is being sold. Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, we got merch. That's right. New website, new merch, all out. We've been telling you guys to pull up on us. Now you can at twcbreeze.com, where you can find out all of the latest stuff going on. What all can they find there, Super Producer?
Listen, you can join the nation, sign up to our mailing list, and be up to date for events and news. You can also visit the shop page and order merch, because we have t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got mugs, we got hats, we got all kind of stuff. So, hey, we appreciate you being tuned in with us. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube page and follow us on all our socials. Check us out at twcbreeze.com.
He's way too excited.
I am.
Welcome back.
Are we here?
Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always,
Best show for Chicago sports.
having a good time. I'm having a good time. You having a good time?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm having a good time.
FGB always.
FGB, drop those FGBs in the chat. Drop those FGBs in the comments. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button, man. And if you know a Packer fan close to you, make sure you smack his mama. Also, make sure you know how to fight. You don't have to fight after. Yeah, you don't have to fight after.
He chooses violence
Bro,
this whole week.
it's beef week, bro. Like, this for real. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in a group chat with all Packers fans. It starts today. Yesterday, we was very cordial. We was cool. We was like, our group chat has a bunch of folks from Milwaukee in it, a bunch of folks from Chicago in it. Beef starts today. Monday, a cool day. Tuesday.
Can't do it.
Keep your mama tucked.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Slap
Keep
your mama,
tucked.
baby.
Because see, this is the difference. You slap a Chicago Bears mom.
Oh, yeah.
We just gonna get out the way. I would just be like, you got to deal with moms now.
Yeah, you got to deal with that. Yeah. You got hands, too.
Mom's been throwing them things since 86. You ain't know.
It's the last Super Bowl.
Last one. That's hilarious.
Oh, man. Listen, we got a lot more to get into on today's show, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Hit that thumbs up button, man. Hit that, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Let's talk about this, JC, because I thought this was very interesting. PFF dropped this article talking about most impactful rookies from every team this season. And when I saw that, I was like, you know what? One, I think there's a conversation to say that the Chicago Bears probably have the best rookie draft class out of any draft class that we've seen. I mean, 4 hits isn't as crazy as it is to say about Ryan Poles.
4 hits, yeah.
4 hits, for sure. Confirmed hits is incredibly impressive.
We have confirmation, yes.
Yeah, like you do not see teams. Like I would say this. You need to hit a lot next year, and you probably will not hit in the draft as much as you did this year.
Yeah,
4 hits is incredibly impressive. You, of course, have Luther Burden. You have Colston Loveland, who was our top pick in this year's draft. You have Ozzie Trapillo. You have Kyle Monangai. 4 guys that we have seen go out there and play out of their minds this season. I mean, to the point where, remember early on in the year, people were, oh, you haven't seen what Matthew Golden's able to do. Oh, look at Emeka Ibuka. Oh, how's Tyler Warren look to you guys? What do you have over there? Oh, bet you wish you had no Marion Hampton or a Travion Henderson. How about a Cam Scatterbo? How about a Colston Loveland for you? Foul. How about a Luther Burden for you? Foul. How about a Ozzie Trapillo for you? Foul. How about Kyle Monangai for you? Foul. Big Monangai's over here. Kyle Monangai.
I saw that.
Or a Bears first down. Down. I do that every time. I'm not gonna lie. It's bad. It's a habit I am going to have to break. Because
oh god, that's
in 3 years I will not be advocating to pay him money.
Yeah,
so it is a tough habit that I am going to have to break. But I am when you look at this rookie class, JC, who are you looking to really step up in this first playoff game for the Bears? Because they don't get a break. They don't get to say, hey, oh well, we got to lean on Rome. Rome's banged up. Rome may not be back for this game.
Oh man, yeah, that's true.
Like
that's
you
true.
hope he is, but he may not be back for this game. I really hope he is because he's getting lined up on with Trayvon Diggs. I really hope.
Oh,
but
that would be
you don't
great.
know.
Yeah, I think for me, I think you could go in 2 different directions. My mindset is saying you could go with the guy who has been hot lately, and his connection with Caleb Williams was at its all-time high this past game, even in a loss. I believe Colston Loveland had 13 receptions or 13 balls thrown his way. I want to say that it was 13, and he came down with 9.
That sounds right. Maybe 12. Yeah. Colston Loveland had 13 targets, 10 receptions for 91 yards this Sunday.
10. Okay, so 13 and 10 caught for 91. I mean, the connection and the chemistry between him and Caleb as that safety, net, that reliable third down, even fourth down, target is just growing and growing to the point where you're looking at him as the top tight end in the league. However, when it comes to this game, I don't think he is the X factor because we talked about everything because, again, he did all of that and they still lost. I think the X factor, surprisingly, is going to be Kyle Monangai. The reason why I say that is because the identity of this team is to run the ball.
You can
the team off, getting off the bus in the first quarter with him and Swift going back and forth with getting chunk yards and constant carries, not just these 5, 6, 7 carries for the whole game. You can get him and get a lather on Calmanung guy, and he's constantly pushing this, and he does what he did last time to that linebacker almost knocked his helmet off and went flying like that's what I want to see. If you can get Calmanung guy to have a type of game like the Philly game, or where he's getting 5 to 6 yards per carry.
Well, there was no DeAndre Swift in that game either.
Hey, look, if you can rely on him, Calmanung guy, I think, will be the factor to them having a very good start and them also not having like this heroic come from behind type of game where they're going to kind of win this in an easy fashion. I think if Calmanung guy in the run game gets going, that's where you win this game. I'm gonna go Oppo. And me and my boy Ken were having this conversation last night. I feel like it's easy to go with the weapons, right? Okay. All right.
But the weapons are, I mean, we know who they are, right? We see it. We Luther Burden, dog. Colston Loveland, dog. Calmanung guy, he's a dog, right? Dog. Yeah, man. We got some dogs out here. We got a team full of dogs. But you also still have DJ Moore, dog. You also still, if Roma Dunze comes back, have Roma Dunze, dog. So Jade Walker, dog, right? Like, you have the receiving weapons. You have the rushing weapons. As much as I would love for Calmanung to have a big game, I would also love for DeAndre Swift to have a big game. So, like, I feel like those weapons are there. But there's one piece to me that is uber important. I think we saw it in that last game. Because Theo Benedict got his butt kicked.
Oh, boy, the ego has landed.
A lot.
The ego has landed.
I mean, wow. Aiden Hutchinson was like, child, out of my way. Bro, I'm not going to lie to you. And I've seen a lot of Detroit football this year. It's the best game Aiden Hutchinson has played all season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's also the worst game this offensive line has played all season. You do not replace a great play at left tackle.
Okay. Sorry. I just need to say that.
You do not replace an Ozzie Trapillo. And I mean, listen, how we've seen this young man play this year, only 2 sacks allowed, 2 penalties on the season, 491 snaps. He's already ranking top 7 in penalties on the season. He's top 10 in pressures allowed on the season. Like, he's doing a lot of really good things at a rookie level, and he has to get this playoff experience. He has to be somebody that is impactful for you in the playoffs, because there's a lot of those run plays that are run to Ozzie Trapillo's side. As dominant as Darnell Wright is, there's a lot of those run plays that you see up that left side that you're like, oh, there he goes. Well, what a lead. The strength that Ozzie has shown in the passing game this season. And again, look at the tape, pair everything up with the tape, but you see the overall grade of 70 on PFF. Ranks him 34th among tackles in the NFL. He's got a pass blocking grade of 71.5. He's got a run blocking grade of 63.6. In pass pro, he's just become this wall that sits down. In pass pro, he's become a safety blanket for Caleb Williams. I was watching the game rewatching the game last week, and I was just sitting there and I was like, yo, I ain't seen this much pressure on Caleb Williams' backside in a long time. Pause. That's crazy. Wow.
Can you repeat that?
No.
Okay.
I haven't seen this much pressure on Caleb Williams' blind side.
Okay. Shout out to the movie.
In a long time.
Yeah. Yep. King Book of World.
Dang it, Pat.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I think you might have the pause of the year now that we're in the new year.
Right, bro. That's a heck of a start.
Oh, we love it. Oh, I love it.
There's vodka in here.
It.
Jesus.
It's all right. Let's recover.
I don't know if I can. That might be my Detroit Lions game right there. That was nuts.
Let me say this while you get your bearings together.
Jesus Christ.
I think actually, even though I do feel that Calmanung guy is the X factor, I mean, you can't really get the gain of yards. You can't get the chunk yards if your offensive line is not doing what it's supposed to do, protecting the quarterback, but also opening up those holes. And I do agree, the left side of the line with Tooney and Dolman and Trapillo in particular, man, they've done wonders together. And I think having him back and getting him back is going to be a huge upgrade. I mean, we're not even talking about Braxton Jones anymore. Like, gone are the days where you thought that was going to be
I forgot he was on the team.
I did too, bro. R.I.P. to somebody said R.I.P. to Braxton Jones on this team. So for me, I do agree that is going to be a big difference. You know, the Eagle Man is doing his thing, but obviously, you know, there's a limit. There's a certain ceiling that you've already seen with Theo Benedette. And so having Ozzie back, even as a rookie, like the massive man, dude literally does not get his name called a lot of times during the game. No penalties or anything of that nature. He doesn't hurt the team more so than not. More times than not. So for me, yes, that is a good X factor to have going into this game.
And listen, we're talking O-line here, so this may sound like a pause, but this is just how you talk about O-linemen here.
That's true.
I think he anchors his backside better than anything we've seen over at that position.
Yes, he
in
does.
years at that left tackle spot. I mean, y'all know the joke that we've made. And by the way, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. 259 in the building, 78 likes on the video. Let's get it over 100 likes. Y'all know how we talked about Braxton Jones. He built like a wisdom tooth. You know what I mean? He's got all the shoulders up top, but that bottom is just like, I mean, he's like a triangle. Yeah, I mean, he's the Bermuda. That's what they needed to call him, because he was always lost over there on the left side. Yeah, I mean, he was always lost on that left side. He built like the Bermuda Triangle, and it was just there wasn't much that he could do. Dan Rashard was talking. He's like, listen, when he gets his anchor down and he does a good job of locking in, he's a player that we can win with.
It sounds like, yeah.
You know what he
sounds
is?
like.
He was a player that you could win with.
Viable
Ozzie is the type of player that you can win because of.
Yeah.
And if you protect Caleb Williams, you've seen the kind of production that he's able to get. I think this is going to be a big game for Ozzie Trapillo, and hopefully it's one that we see him go out there and actually be able to play in, first off, because he went through warm-ups this week, wasn't able to get out there. Hopefully he's able to get out there in general. But if he's able to play, I think, listen, getting him that playoff experience, it's going to be massive, because that is going to be Caleb Williams' best friend moving forward. And he treats his best friends well. Did you see some of that stuff that he bought his O-line?
Yeah, what is it? The
no clue.
Drink.
No clue.
I forgot what the drink is called.
I mean, he bought him like expensive Don. It was Don Julio, wasn't it?
Don Julio and some other like.
Yeah, the bag. I don't even know what was in that. Like,
shout out to him.
I couldn't even fathom what level of fashion that was. It was cracking me up, because I was like, what is this? I need to make more money. And everybody was like, oh, I thought you were Pat the designer. I was like, it's not that kind of designer, brother.
Not yet.
This ain't a BCBG shirt. This is Hanes. You know what I mean? This is
the loom level.
I dress for comfort, baby. That's what I'm doing out here.
Nothing wrong with that. No, I totally agree that this is even if there's question marks around him actually playing. You got, if you can at least give us 60 to 70% of yourself. Like, this is the time now where everybody has to kind of all hands on deck. You know, if you can play. If you gotta, take some medicine or heal up a little bit quicker, whatever you got to do. Let's try to get healthy by Saturday.
These guys are credit to everybody that's playing in this league through the injuries, bro. I don't know if you saw it. Trying to remember, it was I think was it Dan Skipper
off the Alliance?
Off the line. I'm trying to remember who was talking about this. They were talking about everything they had to do to get their bodies ready.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it was like, it was shocking to hear everything that they had to go through on a daily basis to just get back on the field on Sunday. And then essentially, once you get back on the field, it's just, okay, become a maniac, ignore every bit of pain that your body is having, and go out there and inflict some pain.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what pain is. You gotta have that like again, dog mentality. Like you gotta ignore it. This is playoff healthy is different from regular season healthy. Like you go into regular season, you hope that you're 100%, 90% after the off season. You build your muscle back up. You're getting your body in shape for the conditioning and all of that. But once you playoff healthy, you could be 50%. We just need you. If you're a superstar, if you're somebody that's out there that can at least give me a good amount of solid blocking. Just come out there, play.
Bro. There's some dudes by the time the playoffs are over. Like honestly, like it's gonna be like, hey man, like remember the sideline in Space Jam after like the first half when they had like Tweety and the Iron Lung. Granny was like completely wrapped in tape.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it truly amazes me, right? Like, because there's no other sport like this. There's maybe hockey. I would say hockey is probably on this level, but there's no other sport really where it's just like, hey, bro, tape everything up, duct tape it together, throw some bubble gum on it, and pray to God it don't fall apart the second you get into this game. Like it is crazy to see how some of these guys fight through the injury. So hopefully we get to see Ozzy out there. And hopefully we get to see this entire rookie class cook. Like the one thing I am worried about, and I've said this multiple times, last week and coming into this week, when you ain't never been there before, it's a different kind of thing. Hey, J-Mac said yesterday, he said after warm-ups, I was out of breath. Because you're just so amped up. You're going that hard. Like you're like, yo, we're about to go into the playoffs. And remember, the Bears did this before, right? Bears were the 2 seed, and back then the 2 seed got the bye week. Bears had to bye. They got the Panthers, and we got our butts kicked by Steve Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, he said his favorite meal on the plane was going to be roasted peanuts, and I had a lot of beef with Steve Smith after that.
I mean, you got to write the talk. You got to write the talk.
I think it was 131. But then 130, what he had that day? 131, 3 touchdowns. He
roasted him all right. On an open fire. Goodness gracious. That's one of my favorite players. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can back it up.
2005, sweet Jesus. Steve Smith had 12 catches. Oh, I was low.
What? 12 for what? Hey, you got to sit down on this one.
He had 12 catches, 218 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Bruh. That's your whole passing game right there. Was that Jake Delhomme?
I do believe that was a Delhomme quarterback.
That wasn't Cam by that time.
No. Cam wasn't even nowhere thought of. Cam was still in high school by then, probably.
Jesus. Yeah, shout out to Steve-O. Jesus is exactly right. Yeah, that is insane. I didn't realize he had that many yards.
I knew it was bad. Here's the thing. So I kind of like, that was the second time I'd seen the Bears in the playoffs. It was the first time I was like actually like uber conscious of what was happening. Yeah. And I just remember being like, I hate Steve Smith. Like,
because he's unstoppable.
Bro, yeah, I just kept hearing Smith with a big catch. Smith with a big catch. Smith for the touchdown. And I just remember being like, I think I hate Steve Smith, bro. We might have to find a way to eliminate Steve Smith. Like,
find a way.
Can I Tanya Harding this guy? Can I?
Man, yeah, it was bad back there.
Yeah, it was ugly. So we've been here before.
Yeah.
We'll see what the playoffs like. Remember, that was that team's first taste of the playoffs.
Yeah.
That team, for the most part, hadn't had playoff experience. That's Urlacher and them's real first taste of the playoffs. Yeah. We'll see what Sunday's going to bring. Packers have been here before. That's the part that concerns me. We'll see. Hopefully, we find a way to go out there and put all of that aside. The difference is, well, no, because Lovey had been in the playoffs too, so kind of same situation. But I wasn't as scared of Lovey. Ben Johnson terrifies you in this moment. Look at it. He's got that. Where's the picture of the Ben Johnson
we got the serious face.
Oh no, that's not it. No, well, that's Luther Burden choking somebody.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, let's do more of that.
I like that kind of party. Oh, that's a smile. That's nice. I know I got a Ben stare in here. Do I have it labeled? Ben stare?
I thought you had that already.
I do have it labeled Ben stare. Look at this murderer.
Ben stare.
Look at this murderer. Jesus.
There it is.
Yeah, that's a guy. Now here's a guy.
There you go.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to Show Love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Follow us on everything at the Windy City Breeze. You can, of course, tap in with all the content that we have in the Breeze family. We do have the Chicago Bulls Breeze back with our boy Philly the Fourth taking over there. Big shout out to Phil over there. Got it cracking last night. And, we got you covered with everything Chicago here on the Windy City Breeze. For Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, your boy Pat the Designer. Back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Back down. One love. Peace.
FGB.
FGB's in the chat before you leave.
Jimmy said that
if you don't hit a thumbs up, you a Packer fan.
Watson's going for 150. You are out of your mind, Jimmy. If he goes for 150, I'll take you out for a steak.
Hey, bro.
You out of your mind.
If he can catch the ball that much.
Yeah. You give him 8 receptions, he go for 150. Yeah.
You give up that many receptions. Now, Christian Watson can put up about 20, 30 yards a catch.
Sure.
150 crazy.
Ain't gonna happen.
150 is nuts.
Yeah, ain't gonna happen.
150 is insane.
I ain't doing it. No.
Now, it's definitely possible. Hey, it's definitely possible.
I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it.
That ain't Peanut Tillman standing across that no more. Peanut Tillman ain't walking through that door.
I knew he was coming.